Good morning. Thank you for joining my scope this morning. And those that are visiting on the replay, thank you for joining. I am getting ready for church this morning and I'm flat ironing my hair. So we're going to have some hair talk this morning. I am a licensed cosmetologist. I got my license back in the 80s. But I don't do hair now full-time anymore. But my daughter is now in cosmetology school, so I do still do families' hair. I do have a few clients that I do, but not a whole lot anymore. And I'm going to start doing some online courses, providing CE hours for those that are professional cosmetologists, nail artists. We'll have some hair cutting classes. But as a cosmetologist, I'm telling you, it's very hard for me to go get my hair done. Now, I will go get it perm professionally, and I will go get it cut professionally. But normally on Sundays, I wash my hair. I either flat iron it or I curl it with a curling iron. And then I don't come back and continue to put heat on my hair all week. Now, my hair does hold up a style, but to be honest, it's time for a relaxer for me. So my hair doesn't hold as much, so I may have to touch it up in a couple of days, but not a whole lot. I don't put a lot of heat on my hair, so my hair is always strong and healthy. Sometimes I let it grow long, and sometimes I go extremely short. Like if you see my picture in my profile, you'll see my hair is short. I love short hair, but every so often I want to grow it out. But I do sleep with a satin bonnet. Here's my satin bonnet. And even though I sleep with a satin bonnet, when it's old and I need a relaxer, my hairstyle doesn't last as long. But I don't put a whole lot of heat on my hair. So if you want strong, healthy hair, try to find a hairstyle that doesn't require a lot of heat, where you're constantly having to flat iron it or curl it every day. Because after a while, it does wear and tear. Normally, I get my hair trimmed. I get a relaxer. It's good to get a relaxer every 6 to 8 weeks, but I do let my relaxer go longer. But your ends, you want to always keep your ends trimmed so that they can breathe. Your hair will grow at a healthy pace, like a 1/2 inch every month. So I have a little, I am in my home doing hair, and I'm getting ready. After I do my hair, I'm going to relax my daughter's hair, and I'm going to film that as well, because I'm going to start doing. So you're my testing ground. But I did have a salon. Matter of fact, I had multiple salons going up all at one time. Now, I specialized in hair weaving. So if you follow me on you'll see that, my salon's name was Renee Hair Weaving Studio. So that's what I specialized in. Hi, Rashana. That's my daughter. But I just part it, and then I go in and flat iron it. Now, I never really liked a lot of hairspray on my hair. I didn't like how it feels. I don't like my hair to feel hard. But I'm just going through and getting close as possible without burning myself. I do buy my irons professionally. I go to the hair shows, and that's when I get my hair dryers, my blow dryers, my flat irons. I am old school, where I do have the barrel irons with the stove. But this iron just has off and on button. But I do have a smaller one that has a gauge. So the temperature I usually use on my hair is about 425. But if I had color in my hair, I wouldn't go as high of a heat. You want to be careful not to burn your hair. Thank you all for joining my scope. And feel free to share this with your audience if you like. and I appreciate some hearts. But this scope, you'll find on my scope, I'm here to inspire, motivate, and educate. So I have a lot of, being 51, I've done a lot of things in life. So I'll either cook, I'll do hair, I'll talk about investments. So you'll get a variety of things, but it will always be to motivate you, inspire you, and educate you. And I know I have a mixed audience. I have people on here, the scope, that are clients, and I have professionals. And just to speak to the professionals, even if you're not into cosmetology, but this will apply to your business, to any business. But one thing that I found that was a plus to my business is that I didn't have my clients waiting. If your appointment was at 8 o'clock, I was in the salon, set up, ready for you at 8 o'clock. You walk in, good morning, and then you would come straight to my chair. Now, of course, there's times where a client may run late. It was never me running late, but a client would run late, and that would throw your schedule off for the day. So I would hire people. I had shampoo girls. I didn't want my clients to sit there and wait on me. And a lot of times, and I know there's different salons. I had my own salon, and then about 19 years ago, I moved to Ohio, so I did work for someone else's salon just to get familiar and build a clientele. So I worked at JCPenney, so that was a different type of culture than the salon that I had, because I had all African American stylists working for me in my salon. But when I moved to Ohio from Connecticut, the salon was mixed, and I learned a lot working for JCPenney's. But in other salons, other culture salons, you don't wait all day to get your service done, but it does happen. You always want to be courteous to your client. You want to apologize for being behind. And then sometimes, not sometimes, but you want to always go out of your way. You know what? For your wait, I'm going to give you a deep conditioner today on me. So be willing to go that extra mile for your client, because your clients are, especially those that come on a regular basis, those are your bread and butter clientele. Those are the ones that help you pay the bills. Those are the ones that keep you going as a professional. I'm not sure, I don't work in a salon anymore, but, around the holidays, we would have gifts for our clients, little favors, whether it be a pen with our salon's name on it. Don't forget to give back to your customer that has come to you all year long and paid for your service. The only thing is, with YouTube, you can go on there and learn how to do your own hair, and that's nice. But the only thing is that as a professional, I don't want to go online and learn how to do something that should be a professional service from someone who doesn't have their license, hasn't had any schooling. So that's why I want to start doing some tutorials, some online classes, and provide CE hours to professionals, because we don't want to lose our craft. There are some things that, yes, a client can do from home. Just like I wash my hair and I flat iron it, this is something the client can do from home. But you want to make sure that you send that client home with the proper tools and products, so that way when they come back in, their hair, you're promoting, I'll just speak for myself, I promote healthy hair. It's one thing to have, it's nothing like a beautiful mane. A woman with beautiful hair, healthy looking hair. If you have a member or a client that has hair breakage, there's times where my hair will shed more than normal. You lose 50 to 70 strands of hair on a regular basis, and that's a healthy amount. But there's some times when you lose more, and there's nothing more devastating. And because I specialize in hair weaving. There's some women that and men that have alopecia. And so I would always have to, put up a screen in my salon, do it in privacy because, they didn't feel comfortable with the public knowing that, they were getting additional hair. And I know there's a lot of salons that will do it out in the open, but you're really supposed to do hair weaving in private. I'm almost done. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. And even if you're a client and you go to a salon, you want to make sure that's one thing about stylists. We're a dime a dozen. We don't want to admit it, but the truth is, you want to make sure that your stylist is treating you in a professional manner, cares about your hair. This business, you can make a lot of money. The beauty industry is $1 billion business. And sometimes we forget about the client. And today I have a busy day. I have church. I'm going to volunteer at the Ronald McDonald's house. I'm getting ready to relax my daughter's hair. And so anyway, I wanted something simple today. I didn't want to curl my whole hair. And as you can see, my hair has a lot of body on its own. Has a lot of body. And like I said, I don't put a lot of heat in my hair on a daily basis. Once I do it today, on a good week, I can go all week without having to do anything else to my hair. All done, and I'll just finish it up with a little oil sheen, just to add just a little oil to it. But right now, as you can see, my hair has a lot of body and bounce.